So I look at Twitter about an hour or so ago and I see a lot of rumors and reports that Damian Lillard could potentially be getting some help in Portland with Bam Adebayo. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's DLloyd, man, and a ton of rumors are surrounding Bam Adebayo as we get closer to the NBA draft this Thursday. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see exactly what takes place because Damian Lillard has been pretty much saying all offseason that he could potentially want out if Portland did not surround him with a good enough team. There's also been reports saying that he would like the Trailblazers to trade the 3rd overall pick in tomorrow's draft and get a veteran presence instead of a young piece to build around in the future. Which can make sense because Damian Lillard is not trying to rebuild. He is not trying to plan for the future. He does not care about the 2028 NBA Finals. He's trying to win now before the end of his career. So I totally understand where he is coming from when it comes to that 3rd overall pick. Portland, however, has seemed a little hesitant when it comes to trading that 3rd overall pick unless they got back what they call a major haul in return. You're looking at either Brandon Miller or a Scoot Henderson when it comes to that 3rd overall pick, depending on, of course, what happens with the 2nd overall pick. Although I like both of those guys, myself, I'm more of a Brandon Miller guy. I think he's a better shooter than Scoot. Scoot might have the higher upside. I don't think either of those two help the Portland Trailblazers win a championship now. So that's where this rumor comes in that Bam Adebayo could be the answer for Portland. He could be the guy that Damian Lillard was potentially looking for, potentially. Now, of course, all of these are just rumors. We do not know exactly what's going to happen. And typically the NBA draft is full of surprises. And I think we're going to get a lot of that tomorrow as well. But Bam Adebayo reportedly could be on the move to Portland. Like I said, it's a rumor, but let's talk about it for a second. In order to get a player like Bam Adebayo, I don't think that is a straight up move for the 3rd overall pick. I think you have to include some of your young assets as well or future picks. What are the young assets? Well, you're probably looking at guys like Shaedon Sharpe, who I'm a big fan of, or a guy like Anthony Simons, or maybe even both players in a deal to move along with the 3rd overall pick to get a guy like Bam Adebayo. But is that something that Portland will be interested in? Or the better question, is that something that Portland should be interested in? And if you ask me, I'm not a huge fan of that if that was to take place. Now, granted, I do think that they should be more open to trading that 3rd overall pick. And I do think they'll be getting a lot of phone calls today and, of course, tomorrow, because now people aren't really just, throwing out fake offers. This is the real deal. The draft is about to happen. You have to make something shake and figure out the direction you want to go with the ball club. But I do think that Damian Lillard potentially requesting a trade is a real possibility. So you will have to, of course, be on the phones and listening to offers. Now, can you get Bam Adebayo for just the 3rd overall pick and maybe Anthony Simons? I would do that, of course. I would not want to move Simons and Shaedon Sharpe and the 3rd overall pick to get a Bam Adebayo. I think you could move those separate pieces separately and get some type of assets to try to help your team. Bam Adebayo, a real versatile big man who I do think if he was on the court with a player like Damian Lillard could help out a ton. And I think Damian Lillard, especially in the pick and roll game, will benefit from having a guy like Bam Adebayo. Now, we heard earlier Zion Williamson. That looks very unlikely at this point. So maybe Bam Adebayo is the best that you could get. And if that is the case, maybe you consider it. But like I said before, I'm just not a huge fan of it if you have to include all 3 of those assets in one deal. Just 2 of them, preferably Anthony Simons, and over Shaedon Sharpe, I would try to hold on to Shaedon Sharpe with everything I could. Like, that would be the one guy I would desperately try not to get rid of. But of course, if he ultimately needs to go, he needs to go. But not for just Bam Adebayo. I would try to get something back for one of those guys, man. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Would you like to see Bam Adebayo with Portland and Damian Lillard? Do you think they should stay in Miami? And what do you think Portland should do with that 3rd overall pick? Do you think they should draft one of the young guys or try to trade it and try to please Dame? Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. It's DLloyd. I'm see y'all next time. Peace.